Hello, and you're welcome once again to another section on Danicom channel. If today is the first time, as I keep saying on this channel, please subscribe to help us grow. If this is your new, if this is the first time you are watching a video on this channel, please click on the subscription button and hit on the notification bell so that anytime we post a video, you will be notified. All right, so quickly we will continue for today. As I made mention earlier on in the introduction video to programming and coding, I told you that based on requests and then feedback people are giving, we realize that people are interested in knowing the fundamentals of programming or coding. And so we are going to be giving you education on this platform concerning coding or programming. All right. And so if you have joined, you are welcome. If you want to learn about coding or if you want to learn the basics of programming, you are also welcome. Please click on the subscription button and then hit on the notification bell so that anytime we post a video, you will get a notification. Quickly, we will go over to our computer as we have been doing. All right, on this channel, everything we do is step-by-step way of doing things. We guide you, we provide you with assistance so that at the end of the day, you won't be stranded along the way. If you are new, subscribe. If you are old member of this channel or you are a subscriber already, share the videos to also give people the opportunity to learn a skill when it comes to this age of technology. All right, so quickly we will continue. In the introductory video, we made mention the things that you will need when it comes to coding. And earlier on I said that you will need a laptop, or even a desktop computer in the house, and you are good to start your coding lifestyle. You are good to start your coding lifestyle. So today we are going to look at the softwares that you need to install on your computer before you will be able to start coding. Okay, and so as I said from the beginning, everything I do, I will take you through how to also do those same things and see the effect for yourself. All right, and so quickly, the thing that we need to have on when we going to program or code or want to be like a programmer or you want to start a programming lifestyle, let me put it this way, is you need first and foremost laptop and then a text editor. Any text editor that you can use. There are a lot of text editors available. We have Notepad, we have Notepad plus, we have what's the name, we have a Visual Studio Code, we have PHP Storm and other things. But I have been using Visual Studio Code, and so I will show you how to download Visual Studio Code. Okay, so quickly just open your browser. And when you open your browser, type in download Visual, or just say download VS Code, and then click on the enter. This is the first thing that comes on your search after you have clicked on the enter key. So you click on this, you wait for the link to load, and after loading successfully, you can see VS Code is available for you here. But quickly, let's go back, pick the Visual Studio Code again. All right, so as you can see is here, this is the interface of the VS Code that I am talking about. You just quickly click on this, and then if your machine is Mac, you select. If it is Windows, if it is Linux, but mine is Mac, mine is Windows, sorry. So I will just click on download. But because I have it already on my computer, I will not worry myself about downloading. So I will quickly go and open mine. So if you are watching this video and then you want to start programming or you want to start coding lifestyle with us, so that anytime we bring a video, you practice alongside, then you can quickly go ahead and click on download. And when you click on download, you see it in your downloads folder after you just install. Now if you are okay after downloading the whole thing and then you have also installed it successfully, you can look for it from this place. Either you search or you go through yourself. So you just type in VS Code, and then it's here. So I'll open this VS Code. When I open my VS Code, this is the interface. Okay? This is the interface that you see. So everything that we want to do when it comes to programming or coding is going to be done in this our VS Code editor. So this is what we are going to be using to be writing our scripts and stuff. Okay, so don't be scared. I'm going to walk you through the interface for the first time, then we continue from there. As you can see, we have file here, and when you click on the file, the same as Microsoft Office, where we have the save as and the save another option, the same thing. So you can create a new file, you can open a folder, you can save as, and we have another one called auto save. Always make sure your auto save is selected, so that anytime you write a new code in addition to your existing code, you don't have to go back and then be saving it forth and back. So always select the auto save to be like this, so that anytime you add apps to your script, it will automatically save it for you, so that anytime you go to your browser, you have access to the new codes that you have saved. All right, remember, when you want to program, everything that you do, you must open it in a browser to see the effect. You go there, but I just brought that thing to pass across, then we continue. Everything you do, the effect will be in a browser. So as you can see, these things that we are seeing here on somebody's page or something like website, they use codes to build all these things. They didn't just drop them here like this. They use codes to position where this one is supposed to be, all these things here. They use script to position them, and we are also going to be doing exactly the same thing in this tutorial or this training. All right, and so this is file, this is edit, selection, we have view, we have go, the run, and then the terminal. Sometimes we use the terminal to write our scripts, depending on the language you are using. If you are doing something like Laravel or Django or other programming languages, you'll be using the terminal most of the times. But in this tutorial and then basis of programming, we are going to be learning HTML, and so we don't basically need the terminal for now, so we won't go there. All right, now the next important thing you are supposed to do and know is here. When it comes to this place, we have extensions. So you click on the extensions, and when you click on the extensions, make sure your computer is connected to the internet, and it will open up a lot of extensions for you. Extensions are nothing but simply to help you in your coding life, so that you don't struggle. So for instance, because we are not doing Python or Jupyter or whatever, C++, and we are doing HTML, you just type in HTML, and then it will bring the HTML extensions that you need to install. So for instance, we need HTML, CSS, you install. You need IntelliSense, you install. You need format HTML, you install. Then you also need HTML Boiler, you install. Then format HTML, you install. And this one too, you install. The basic things you are installing is going to help you in terms of your tags. When you are closing and opening tags, you get to understand tags later. Anytime you open a tag, you are supposed to close that particular tag. Anytime you open a tag, you are supposed to close that particular tag, and so you understand tags later. All right, let's go on. So now that you have successfully installed your extensions, you kindly close the Visual Studio Code for it to take effect, and then you open it back again. All right, and you open it back again after installing your extensions. So now we are going to quickly start a new project. Okay, we are going to start a new project, and I will use that one to explain things for you. So I'll go to my desktop, and then I'll create a new folder. I'll create a new folder, and then we use that one for our tutorial. Okay, so I'll just create a new folder and say HTML fundamentals. Okay, like this. And now I'll open my VS Code. So I'll quickly open my VS Code. When I open my VS Code, I will open the folder through the VS Code. All right, so I've opened my VS Code like this. I'll quickly click on open folder. So I'll open my folder, navigate to desktop, and then when I get to desktop, HTML fundamentals, I'll select that particular folder. Okay, so now that I have my folder selected inside my VS Code, I'll quickly take you through how to start anything that you want to see on the browser at any point in time. All right, when it comes to HTML, we have a lot of tags. What we mean by tags is that there are this thing that we call syntax. Syntax is nothing but a language. When you visit any particular jurisdiction or a place, what you must first of all know or do is that before you will be able to communicate with any other person in that area, you must be able to speak their language. So the same thing when it comes to programming and coding, we have something called syntax. That is basically the language. So for you to be able to code in a particular language like the HTML we are about learning, you must know the syntax. Okay, and one of the syntax, HTML operates in tags, tags. And so at the end of the day, every tag that you open, the policy or the syntax or the language is saying close that particular tag. Any tag you open, close that tag. First thing first, keep this thing at the back of your mind. Anytime you open a tag, you make sure you close that particular tag. Okay, if you refuse to close the tag, your work or your project will not run or will not work. Sometimes it may work for you, sometimes you may not get the result that you are expecting to get. Okay, and so you are to pay attention when it comes to tags opening and tags closing. Okay, so first thing, after installing your VS Code, after creating your folder on your desktop, and now selecting your folder inside your VS Code, we are going to walk you through the syntax and the structure. Let me say the structure works of how HTML works. The tags are very plenty, and from time to time we will be going through some of them, and then I will also be giving you a website to be visiting for more information if you really want to learn and then have this skill with you everywhere you go. All right, so now let's go to our VS Code and I'll walk you through the skeleton of how HTML looks like. Okay, so now you have your folder here as HTML fundamentals. That is where all your work you are going to be doing will be sitting. Okay, so now you need to create files and other things inside this folder. So if you come here, you can see we have new file, we have new folder. So you can create a folder even within that same folder you have created. All right, and so now we are going to create our first file, and so we just click on this and it will be asking us to give the name of the file that we want to create. So let's say we call this one text.html. Remember, it is .html because we are learning the language. If it is CSS, .css. If it is Python, it's going to be .py, and other languages are also having their own extensions. But because we are learning introduction to HTML, everything that we do is going to be in .html, especially when it comes to the name of that particular what is the name file you are creating. This name can change, but this one is static. Always remember it's .html. Always remember it's .html. Okay, now when you finish your file creation, you can just see that it has been opened for you to start coding inside your folder. Okay, so now you can minimize this, go back to the desktop. This is the folder we created. You open and you'll see that we have index page here. So I'll just say open with them. I'll choose Google Chrome. Remember all the things you are going to do inside